Alright, this is my third video of GB Games. I'm playing Turds. Ooh, exciting, open. Turds is a very tough opponent. He, of course, defeated me in the last GB to steal the lead. He ended up winning by a lot, but if we had tied our game, I would have snuck out first. He beat me 8-2. Alright, looking at his hand, I see he has a 6 or 7 in every direction. Weakest up left, technically. Yeah, I think clearly weakest up left. Has 3 cards that are strongest in the corner 1. So even though the 6-3-3-6 and the 6-2-6-1 have a significant amount of power there, having only that 1-6 to the left makes me think left weaknesses is where I want to be playing. For my own hand, I have a lot of power up, so I would like to direct the game up. I have reasonable power left. My 3-3-5-6 is going to play pretty decently against the 7s on the top row at least. And the 6-1-2-6 can play decently against the 6s on the bottom. I can combo the 6-2-6-1 from below. So if I started with something like 7-5-5-1 and 1, that might put a bit of pressure, and it gets out one of the horrible ones to the left from my hand. I'd also be thinking about 7-3-5-1 and 1, but 3-6-5-4 and 2 is a pretty damn comfortable capture for them. I don't want to give him something that easy. What else is there here? Yeah, I don't love my hand. So 7-5-5-1 is my main candidate move. It doesn't look like they have any fantastic ways to set up against it, and I like that if they ever have to take with 6-3-3-6 and 4, I have 5-7-3-3 and 7, and that will likely be safe. And if they take with 6-2-6-1 at some point in 4, I can combo back. So I sort of threaten to follow up in 2. He has only 1 capture from 2. I don't have some clear way to punish that. I was assuming I would just take back. And 7-3-5-1 in 4 is probably a good enough take back. No, it's not. It gives him the same in 5. I was thinking it gives him the plus wall in 7, but I have the plus in 5. So maybe I'd be forced to use up 6-1-2-6, which would be kind of a disaster. So I really wouldn't want him to take it. It would use up a lot of his ups, so maybe if 6-3-3-6 and 2, I might be able to get away with 3-3-5-6 and 3, because his only card with ups I have so dominated with 6-1-2-6. So that might be reasonable, and it does block the corner he's best. If he goes 6-3-3-6 and 9 or something, that doesn't look too scary to me. I really like getting out one of these ones to the left from my hand. I'm not excited about my position, but you know, it seems a reasonable starter, and maybe we can build out from here. I do kind of think I threaten to potentially follow up in either 2 or 4, and I like being able to build out. For instance, maybe I could follow up with 3-3-5-6 and 4, and their only way of capturing in 2 leaves that 3 dangling, and I have a plus in 5, depending on what happens. But I might have ways to build out, which is helpful. If you have a corner that's a little annoying for them, but you can never really play next to it, it's hard to do that much with it. So I like having some ideas for building out. And it also does block the corner he, I think, is most likely to want to play in himself. You know, something like 3-6-5-4 there could be very annoying for me. I guess he couldn't play it because the hand doesn't support recapturing it well, or it would be hard to play. But yeah, I don't know. Worried about this game. I think his hand's a little poorly directed. I think my starter has paths to the future and also is hard for him to immediately address. I also did a brief scan of does he have like 5 setups, and I didn't see them, but I probably should have spent a little more time on that just to, you know, double triple check there. One thing that is poor about this starter is if 5 is occupied, not poor meaning I missed something, but poor just meaning it doesn't satisfy kind of everything I want, is I don't have like a safe card to put in 2 or 4. And that can be, the likely way to build out is that. If he puts a card in 3 or 7, it's much easier for me to build out from 2 or 4, but not if he puts a card in 5. I don't have any specific candidate moves for him. I think this position's pretty wide open, and I'm curious what he does. But hopefully we have applied some pressure here. With the only move that really looked logical to me. You may have noticed I really had no other candidate moves. So how's the tournament going? Delhi was on a tear this morning, though he did lose a game to Akiyama, but I think he's on +6. Meaning has scored 6 points more than tying all his games would score. I'm currently on +3. The people who have finished had scores that were below 50%. And there are a couple people that are definitely in the hunt, but I'm not sure exactly what they're at. So my suspicion right now is that Delhi is in the lead. He got an 8-2 win in Open. He got at least a 7-3 win as well in Open. So, the idea that you can't rack up big wins in Open, maybe he's just proving wrong. And so he's running up the score pretty well, I think. And going to be hard to keep pace, but I think that's the current leader in the clubhouse. It could be Akiyama, I'm not sure. It could be someone else. I think Chickeny's on +1 or 2. I don't know how many games Turds has played yet, so he could easily be on a big plus, because Turds is fantastic. He won the last GB by 4 whole points, which was quite a lot. So not sure what the standings look like, but I think on +3 after 3 games we're in good shape, and I think as long as I don't lose this one, I'm in decent shape moving forward. But that is by no means guaranteed. All the respect for Turds. I hate this 7-3-5-1. That's really the card I'd like to get rid of. I'm not sure how well the sort of opposites of 5-7-3-3 and 3-3-5-6 will play here. Opposites play a lot better when there are 10s involved, because they naturally, or have natural ways to like plus wall each other, so that not only do they have same synergies, but they have plus or same wall synergies. Here, the only plus wall synergy is the 3-6 part being able to take the 7. So I don't actually know how well these play exactly together. Turd's taking his time, which I think is smart here. I think it's a pretty important decision, and he is against a good player. I'm sort of expecting an adjacent core. Cut off. Yeah, and I was thinking I could build down here. I could build like facing down and give questions. I like occupying the in-between square. I think 6-2, 6-1, and 2 is a serious threat. I also do not want to have to spend significant power recapturing. I can't really play 7-3-5-1 and 4 if I need to recapture there, because he has the combo. 4-4-7-3 and 2 is actually probably the bigger threat. And I really don't want to use 6-1-2-6. That card's my winning, that's my win condition here, I think. So my instinct is to go 3-3-5-6 and 2. But 5-7-3-3 and 2 is a bit more forcing. But it doesn't really set up anything. If they play like 4-4-7-3 and 5, am I doing anything? I don't really think so. So I could also get rid of the 7-3-5-1, but I like having that as a threat in 6. So I'm thinking 3-3-5-6. If they go 6-2, 6-1 and 4, I have the same, and it's just so hard to imagine that's in 5. It's so hard to imagine that's bad. If they go 6-3-3-6 and 4, 6-2, 6-1 and 4, I have the plus wall in 7, and it's pretty hard to imagine that's not good. Though in that case, maybe I'd want to have kept the 3-3-5-6, because I could have a serious left weakness after that. So maybe 7-3-5-1 and 2 is the move. If they go in 5, I either have the plus below it, which is likely to be good if it's 6-2, 6-1, or... though not necessarily, but likely. Or I have, again, 6-3-3-6. I have the same in 6, which is likely to be good. So I expect they'd have to go in 6 there, or be likely to go in 6 there. And they do not have a move in 6 that sets up a double capture in 5, except for 6-2-6-1, which is really risky because I do have the combo in 9. So I think going 7-3-5-1 and 2 is pretty uncomfortable for them. Like, any of those lines, easily you could calculate them out, and it could turn out it's a tie, and it could be a comfortable tie, and it could be I'm under pressure. But it seems all of those moves have something that is kind of discombobulating about them. And so I think they all feel risky to make, and thus this is a good pressure move. That's my thinking. And I like blocking the in-between square in these things. He has a move in the in-between square. I don't have a card for that square, so it's a square like blocking it specifically blocks something they want to do that I do not want them to do. Secondarily, I think it directs the game upwards, and 2 of their cards are kind of dead going up, and I'm hoping to play against that. And another one, the 6-2-6-1, I have a pretty hard counter to in the 6-1-2-6. So I am hoping this puts pressure. I'm sort of expecting 6-2-6-1. I was thinking 6-2-6-1 and 6 because they have 3-7-5-3 and 5 with the plus, but that might get killed by 5-7-3-3 and 4 at the end. So I think this is a difficult spot. I think this is a difficult spot for turds. Not busted or anything. I don't think it's lost, but I think it is a tricky position to find his way out of, where I think whatever he does, I will have a few options and get to look for a way to at least apply pressure after his turn. And I think it was right to go with 7-3-5-1 rather than 3-3-5-6. I think there were a couple spots where the side-to-side power was a little more relevant, but not actually sure on that. That could easily have been a mistake. But I did notice some lines where I was running out of left-right power, and I didn't calculate any lines where I was running out of up power. And that's what drew me to this card in 2. From kind of general fundamentals, you may I was thinking 3-3-5-6 and 2 first, because the game's so upward directed. I thought 7-3-5-1 was likely to be more valuable, even though it's not a card I particularly like. But I think given that they do have a 7 down that can't overpower, that my 6-1-2-6 I am so reliant on, and I would like to kind of reduce that burden of it being my most powerful card by such a big margin. This made sense to me. What else is happening in the world? Of course, this came out far after. All right, so it looks like I will be able to get a game after against Chickeny. So really strong opponents this video. And that will get us up to 5 games played, or 1/3 through. I'm in day 2 of the event, so I really have to reach around 9 games today to be on pace to actually finish my 15. So I'm not actually sure I'm going to be able to finish. I should be around today and tomorrow to play, but some players have finished, though I think I have played a game against each of them, so that doesn't remove options for me to play. But if people just aren't around at the same times, it can get tough to finish over 3 days. 15 games doesn't seem like much, but it is open, or can be open. This is my 3rd open game out of 4, and that can be exhausting. Also been looking at some open-close stats of recent, and I'm probably going to publish something about this at this point, so I don't want to spoil too much. But it is interesting comparing the first turn advantage in open versus closed, which I think... All right, so we got to think. So they gave us the plus in 5. But my first instinct is 3-3-5-6 in 9. That is my first instinct. I should be upfront about that. 1 point is 6-3-3-6 and 5. I can combo. So I got to calculate this out. So if If 3, 3, 5, 6, and 9, if they go 3, 7, 5, 3, and 5, then I probably don't have a win. That's my deep analysis. I think I don't have a win there. And they might have better stuff to put. So okay, what if I play 5, 7, 3, 3, and 5? They can go, say, 6, 3, 3, 6, and 9. It's 5, 5. I go... Oh, I can lose that, yeah. So my temptation is to go in 9 just because I don't have a card there. And it's a little tricky for them to block 5, I think. So if I go 3, 3, 5, 6, and 9, and they go 6, 3, 3, 6, and 5, I have 5, 7, 3, 3 in 4. I combo back 2 things, I lead 6, 4, but they can tie in 8 there. So that's just a tie. If they play 6, 2, 6, 1, and 5, I go in 8, and I win. Do I win? That looks like just a tie as well. I think they have a serious threat to go in 5, and then it's really uncomfortable that I don't have a move in 9. So I kind of think I have to block 9, and it looks really tied there. Is there any way to be sneaky about it? Okay, what if I played 6, 1, 2, 6, and 9? Then if they have 6, 2, 6, 1, and 5, I still have the combo because I have a plus and 8. 6, 3, 3, 6, and 5, I still have the combo in 4, and now I have a decent side-to-side card that gives me, I think gives me the win there. I'm running low on time, so I think I'm going to go quiet for a little just to make sure I can think. But that is my candidate move. There's some fun lines, like if I go 6, 1, 2, 6, and 9, and they go 6, 2, 6, 1, and 4, 5, 7, 3, 3, and 5, and they cannot plus me with 6, 3, 3, 6, and 8 because I have a weird plus at the end with 3, 3, 5, 6. Okay. I think this is my move. I have not calculated everything. It is possible this is a loss. I should spend a little more time just making sure. Like 3, 7, 5, 3, and 7 might be annoying. It might be. Nah, it isn't. Okay. I'm nervous here. I think it puts on a little pressure. I'm hopeful that's what it does. On 6, 3, 3, 6, and 5, I have the plus wall in 2. And my bottom card is actually a pretty good sweeper for the bottom there. If they go 6, 2, 6, 1, and 5, I have the plus in 8. And I think that's just a tie, but yeah. If they go 3, 7, 5, 3, and 5, I have the plus in 4. If they go 6, 3, 3, 6, and 4, I have the same in 5. If they go 6, 2, 6, 1, and 4, what's my point? I have 5, 7, 3, 3, and 5, right? Yeah. If they go 3, 7, 5, 3, and 8, I have a same in 5. If they go something fancy in 7, we deal with it. We try to. I think my idea there was to go in 8. And I'm thinking this is a tie, but I am nervous. I'm going to input the game in my database. I think this has been a well-played game. Which might mean, there may have been mistakes, but I think we have both found ways to put real pressure on the opponent each turn. That, like, after my move in 2, I think he was under some pressure. After his move in 6, I think I was under some pressure. I think this was one of those games where each turn feels back and forth because both players are not just handling what the other person is throwing at them, but throwing something back, kind of thing. At least that's my feel playing it. Is each time I make a move, I feel I have an advantage. Each time he makes a move and I have to think, I feel I have a big disadvantage. So I may have been underestimating the plus wall in 4. That could hit me hard in some line. That could be an issue. So the plus wall in 4 right now puts them up 7-3. And I have the same in 5, but it doesn't combo that card. So that would make it 6-4 me, and they can play 3, 7, 5, 3, and 8, and that's a tie. But it is something scary, that does flip the cards in 1 and 2, and I don't think I've been paying enough attention to that. And this is just 4 moves left, so we really should be able to calculate it out, but we're just going to wait and see if Turds does, and what he finds. And then we have an easy calculation, so... I am still yet to lose an open game since the return. Only played 14, some are up more in the 20s, but doing well so far. And I think I've survived this one. If he has a win, it is clever. Am I happy I still have the 3-3-5-6 instead of the 7-3-5-1? I think I am. There's that critical line where they go 6-2, 6-1, and 4. I go 5-7-3-3 and 5, and they can't play 6-3-3-6 in 8 because I have the plus with 3-3-5-6. So I think it being like a little more dynamic card. He's picked up a card. It's the 6-2, 6-1. Is it going to go in 4? Is it going to go in 5? It's probably not going to go in 5. It's probably not going to go in 7. So I'm expecting 6-2, 6-1 in 4. It goes back down. Tension rises. 12 seconds left. Got a big decision here. Goes in 5. Okay. I have the plus in 8. That puts me up 6-4. They then have a double capture in 4. They go up 6-4. We tie. Can I do anything fun? 5-7-3-3 in 4. They can tie with 6-3-3-6 and 8, but amusingly they don't take anything. Or they can tie with 3-7-5-3 in 7, but they lose with either capture, or with the capture. That's kind of funny. They have a 3 and a 5 down, so I can't really set up to exploit that. I cannot set up to have a combo threat in 4. So I think we're going to combo back. Oh no, they have, what am I doing? They have a 3-7-5-3 has the plus in 4. So they do have a plus and 4, so I can't play an 8. That was complete nonsense. What a blibbering idiot. So instead, blubbering idiot. So instead, I think I should play 5, 7, 3, 3 in 4. And I win against 3, 7, 5, 3, and 8. It is a tie against 6, 3, 3, 6, and 8. It is a win against 6, 3, 3, 6, and 7. And it is a tie against 3, 7, 5, 3 in 7. So I think that is my move. Totally missed that they had this plus and 4. Glad I saw that. Ah, good game, turds. Well played game, I hope. It's fun when there's positions where they have multiple captures, or any move of theirs that like puts out the higher facing number, or captures, like 6, 3, 3, 6, and 7 is a capture and loses, 6, 3, 3, 6, and 8 is, you know, the high number facing out and ties, but, or 3, 7, 5, 3 is the other capture, both captures lose. Good game. Add that to my post, and then we'll get a game against Chickeny. So we've reached game 4. Didn't add to the score, but didn't lose anything. So it's against Turds, so I'm perfectly happy with that result. Though first turn is usually some advantage, and did not turn it into anything. I think can both be all right with that game. Probably in his favor, given that I think he's better closed, I'm better open, I had first turn. Some reason to press. So let's see if I can get another game. It looks like my messages might not be sending. We're going to reload that. Alright, there's no game up for us. So did I successfully edit my post? This is, you know, fascinating for you listening. But we're just killing time, and probably better to hear incredibly boring talking than nothing. All right, that didn't go through. Okay. So we're probably going to be getting a game versus Blizzard or Chickeny. Looks like it's Blizzard. And we got another open. All right. I'm going to wish them best of luck. Hurrah for open. Second turn this time. First turn does have an advantage in both open and closed, as best I can tell. Though first turn it is somewhat dependent on starter type. Alright, what's their directional strengths? They got 6s in every direction but to the right, where they have a 7. Or they potentially weak in any direction. They're not likely to run out of power going up. They might run out of power going right. They could run out of power going down. And they could... So basically, up is their only super secure direction. My hand, my 4-4-4-5 sucks, but my 3-6-2-6 is pretty great. The 4-7-4-1 is good. A 7-6 corner is good. My cards have good power. I have a huge left weakness. Huge left weakness. So we got to be very concerned about that. So that actually might mean I have to hold on to the 4-4-4-5. That would be sad. My 2-6-7-1 is potentially just safe, so I might have a free move. But I really have to worry about my left weakness here. Very interesting game versus turds. Alright, they block one. Very logical move. And they direct the game left, which is not what I want out of life. And if I want to direct the game not to the left by playing in an adjacent corner like 3, I have to make the game upward, which is exactly what his hand wants. So I think this is the kind of game that is pretty easy to get yourself in trouble. If I was going to pick between 2-6-7-1 and 2 or 4, my instinct is 2. And the reason for that is if I go in 4, I think they play in 7, and I just run out of left so quick. So quick. And that's not where I want to be. So I think I'd rather play in 2 if I was going to do that. And maybe I just should. You know, they can't play anything safe. They can't squeeze anything safe into 3. They cannot set up against my card in 2 from either 4 or 6. If they go in 2, I have potential safety with 4-7, 4-1, and 7. And, you know, if the cards are on the left, there's the thing of, like, you want power to the left so you can take things. But if you have power to the right, you can often just have free safety. And so I might be able to just make sort of an out-facing phalanx. My worry is I go 2, they go 4. I go 4-7, 4-1 in 7 without taking anything. They go 3. Do I have anything there? Because it's easy to just walk into a lost position where they have 5 under control. But I think my cards there are pretty good. I really am a believer in the 3-6-2-6. I think that's very powerful. I don't want it to get matched up on the bottom row against the 6-1-2-6 because they have last turn. But there's definitely some hope there. Ooh, their only recapture is the 6-1-2-6. What if I just took it? What if I went, I don't know, 4-4-4-5 in 4? Just induce that 6-1-2-6 out of their hand. Nah, I gotta get one of the ones to the left out of my hand. Can't do that. Alright, so 7-3-6-1 and 4. They can combo 4-7-4-1. That's pretty uncomfortable because it's so easy for them to lock against me. And Alright, so 4-7-4-1 and 4. They put something in 7 to be determined at a later date. I play 7-3-6-1 in 5. In 4 and 2. They have no capture from 5, and I threaten a really strong plus in 5. That could be promising. And if they meet my move in 4 and 2, I can play 7. Can they go 8? Do they have a big setup in 8? They might have a big setup in 8. They could play something like 6-2-6-2 and 8. If I take. I might be okay with that, though. I play 7. They go 5. I take the plus in 2. Is that so bad for me? I kind of want to take and set up the L. And they just block 5 at the end? What was my other candidate move, going in 2? 2 is tempting. 2 is tempting. I kind of like taking. It's just a little more forcing. I think they should just go in 7 with something weak out facing, and then block 5. But I love that I use 2 of my 1s to the left immediately. So I'm going to try this. I'm not completely sold on my play here. I think they had a good starter. Ooh, Deli and Turds are playing. That's fun. Ooh, they're playing open. That's even more fun. All right, we'll come back to that. All right, so this is our 5th game. We're on +3. I think the leader is around +6. So this depends heavily on the Deli Turds game, which I will not show, so you can stay focused on this game, but we'll keep an eye on. Turds has started with a corner starter. He can recapture it. Deli cannot capture it from below, but can capture it from the other side. We'll see how that goes. So the biggest problem with my move is I'm sort of, what's likely to happen is everywhere but the right row is likely to fill out. Like if they go 7, I go 2, they block 5, suddenly it becomes about the right row of the game, and I'm planning to use my 7-3-6-1 next turn, which means I have already surrendered a ton of my up-down power, and will have to be very careful in the aftermath. And my 3-6-2-6 and 8 is not playable given 6-1-2-6. So I think if they go in 7, I will have to be precise. Specifically with either 6-3-5-4 or 6-2-6-2. Probably 6-3-5-4, because 6-2-6-2 is going to be a better up-down sweeper in that endgame. In retrospect, I don't like my move very much. I think a move in 7 is quite annoying, even though I can set up 5. And even though I get rid of all the 1s in my hand, I think I'm orienting the game so a bunch of my cards are dominated. But could 2-6-7-1 and 2 avoid that? Maybe not. Yeah, so they do go in 7. I think this is a very good move. Okay, but if we go 2 and they go 5, we do have safety in 3. How bad can it be? It can be bad, but how bad? Maybe not that bad. So 7-3-6-1 and 2. Six two, 6-2, and 6 is interesting, but I don't think a real move. Yeah, I don't believe it. I think the problem again for 6-2-6-2 is I block 5, they get 3, but they can't actually recapture both of 2. You can't capture both of 2 and 6, and then I go 8, and I think I'm good there. So 7-3-6-1 and 2 feels right. I feel it's very risky for them to concede 5 to me. If they do play 5, 1 is safe. 1 is safe. I feel like we're headed towards a tie. I think 7-3-6-1 in 5, 3-7 in 2, 3-7-5-3 in 5, 2-6-7-1 in 3, 6-2-6-2 in 6, and I think we just have a tie. Can also go 8, but I don't have a threat in 5 there, and I think it's just so important to have a threat in 5. Potentially they run out of power there. No, I don't think they do. I think they just block 5. Alright, I don't see anything better than this. So So let's do it. Dully's still thinking in their game. The Dragon Quest cards are fun looking. Maybe I should have picked Dragon Quest for the visuals, based on looking at their game. I admit, FF Tactics cards, not the most beautiful, not the most visually appealing game. I think it's hard to deviate too much from a tying path here. I don't think moves in 6 are good. Like, they might not lose, but they don't seem like they get... I think if... They're definitely... There's no chance those moves are winning, and they might concede a bit. I think 9's pretty unlikely. It really hurts him that he only has one card that can capture in 3. Which means I should be really looking at, like, they go 5, I play, like, 4, 4, 4, 5, and 8. Not 3, 6, 2, 6, because that's comboed. But their 6, 1, 2, 6 is their only card that can take anything. But their 6, 2, 6, 2 is so dominant up, down, that those are just ties as long as they chuck 3, 7, 5, 3, and 5. So I think 3, 7, 5, 3, and 5 is the kind of the clear path. If them going 6, 1, 2, 6, and 9 set me up for a combo in 6, there could be some complications to it, though even then, probably not really, but there aren't. So I think we have ourselves another tie. Dully has made a center reply to Turds' corner starter. In my stats, center replies right now doing very poorly, so either their stats are about to be upped, or we will further see don't play center starters, center replies to corner starters, which is probably not a very good principle. I think center replies should be a fairly common reply for good reason. Okay. Some players are loath to block 5 in these spots when 7 feels vulnerable. And like going in 3. 3 seems pretty risky. Maybe not losing, though. Maybe losing. I think this game I found a fairly comfortable path to a tie, but did not successfully achieve any actual pressure. I think that's a fair description of my play in this one. They're picking up 3, 7, 5, 3. I think they're about to make what I have deemed the normal correct move. Looks like a nicely played game by Blizzard. I liked their starter. Yeah. So 2, 6, 7, 1 in 3 is not actually safe because 6, 1, 2, 6 can capture it, but that doesn't really matter because I play either card in 9 after. And it also doesn't matter because they can't play. So 2, 6, 7, 1, 3. 6, 1, 2, 6, 6. I play a card in 9, tie. If instead they go 6, 2, 2, 6, and 6, I play a card in 9, tie. If instead they go 6, 1, 2, 6 in 9, they don't have any threats, so I can't be losing. If they go 6, 2, 2, 6 in 9, same thing. If they go 6, 2, 2, 6 in 8, I have to be a little careful because I don't have anything in 6, but I can just go in 9. And they only capture one card back, so that's a tie. 6, 1, 2, 6 in 8 is also a tie. Yeah. So a lot of ties there. So that's a tie. We have a tie. 4, 4, 4, 5 in 8. If they take it, that sure looks like a tie. I can't set up in 7. 6 is ridiculous. So, let's play this tie. Alright, 2 ties in open. Did not successfully find any pressure these games. I think my opponents either played as well or outplayed me in both these games. But I would say as well. edit my post to include this tie. I wonder if 2671 and 2 would have given more chances. Seems... This gave absolutely 0 winning chances, how Blizzard played it, which I thought was just correctly. So 2671 and 2 might have made the path less clear. I did say I liked the move in 4 because it was more forcing. But I think, given that he saw all the forcing moves and they led to no advantage on my part, this wasn't a good practical decision. Unless I was really trying to tie this one, which I don't think I was. So... just inputting the game into my records. And let's make sure we don't misclick or fail to do math. Yeah, good game. Very well played by Blizzard. And in the exciting Delhi All Turds game, which I'm not letting you watch, the start has gone 3-5-1. Always an interesting stuff. It does not fully concede a free square in 2, because Delhi's card in 5 is a higher number facing up than any card down in 2, which could mean there's real pressure here. Turds has the same... Ooh, this looks scary for Delhi. I think Delhi has to be very careful. I think Turds has played a nice move. And I will tell Chickenham around. We'll see if we can get 3. 3 games in 1 video. What a day. Delhi All Turds is just a great matchup. So cool to get them in the Triad Wars 2 semifinals. They've had such a storied long rivalry here, and both such good players. So actually, while we're here, let's watch that. So here's the situation. Turds has the same in 4 with 7-2-3-5. And that makes it really hard for Delhi to go in 2 ever. Delhi does have the plus with 3-5-5-5 in 6, but Turds has a plus there too. So Turds has access either way. The 1-6-4-5 could end up being dead in Turds' hand. It's unlikely to have that many squares, but it also has the plus in 4 actually. Apparently I have to set up. Alright, so we're gonna move off this game because we're playing Chickeny, but I will keep you updated. Random, private game, same, plus 5 minutes. So far I've had all but 1 open, which has been nice for me, because I am a superior open player. Alright, FF 8, 10, 13, versus Tactics, Chrono Trigger, Xenogears. Very different eras of games. We will put up. Hopefully can play 3 reasonable games in a row. Always difficult. Delhi's still thinking in that position you saw with cards in 1, 5, and 3. And I've told Chickeny it's up, so hopefully we get our 3rd game soon. This is going to be a long video, but I like getting lots of games in, and they all happened consecutively, so this will get us up to 6 games hopefully. And I'm currently still on +3, so gonna need some wins to catch up, because we have 2 wins and 3 ties. We have tied the only closed game, and we have 2 wins and 2 ties in open. Delhi, all the time's running down to 3 seconds. He picks up Tri-Face, he puts it back down, and he plays a different card in 4. He plays 4, 7, 4, 2, and 4. This looks very dangerous. This looks very dangerous. I would bet Turds is going to win that game. Oh. Okay, so I put up the wrong number of decks. Alright, we're gonna put up we're gonna play 15-second moves. So I have to not think. 7, 7, 7. They have 7s in every direction. Let's play a weak corner. So we'll see how a 15-second game goes. It's exciting. They go in the far corner. I can take that. They can take back. That seems a lot of effort. Gotta go. Panic. No idea. That was a pretty terrible move. Okay. Did they use up any of their recaptures? No, they did not. But I kind of want to take it anyway because I have a combo on their recapture. Because my 3-6-6-2 might play really well here. I guess they just go 2. So if they go 2, they go up 6-4. I play 6-3-3-6 and 5 in 4. It's 5-5. Or I go up 6-4, and they have a tie at the end. Multiple ways. Can we sneaky snake them? I think we sneaky snaked them. I noticed Gotta put up the proper rule set this time. Sorry about that. I've been accused of having Mega Brain. 5 minutes, level 3, proper decks. Chrono Trigger, Xenogears, FF Tactics, FF8, FF10, FF13. Ah, I see what I did wrong last time. Okay, well, that was a bonus game, fun for everyone. What's happening in the Deli Turds game? Turds is thinking. Gotta be looking for a win here. Though, you know, like last time I watched a Deli Turds game, I was like, Turds is pressing, and actually Deli was winning like the whole way. And, you know, what you gonna do? They play complicated games, and it is hard for me to, you know, take a glance at them. And, okay. Closed, but first turn. This is our first turn in closed. Now, normally I really like 5 starters in closed, but on these low levels, I am less convinced of them. I've been thinking a bit about this. I think it's just harder to have it at the end, and the cards don't play off each other as well along the walls. So I'm kind of tempted. How many 1s do I have? Every card in my hand is a 1. A lot of 7-5-3-1s. That makes me tempted to put one of them in 5, actually, just because they might be able to play off each other. But I actually don't really think they do. Okay, so I think I'm just going to chuck a weak corner and go from there. I'd normally be more biased towards the center starters, but again, I think the higher the level, the more they make sense to me. I'm not sure that's right. I think a closed specialist would have better thoughts on this, but they set up more obvious synergies the higher level they are. And therefore, I think it makes some sense to that you're not going to be able to play off them quite as well. And it might make more sense to just play a card it's easy for you to recapture. I chose the card I thought was sort of weakest and most redundant in my hand. I chose to use 3751 instead of 1573, even though it had a 7 to the right and I have so many 5s, primarily because I didn't like keeping 2 1s to the left in my hand. Maybe I should have, though. Maybe 1573 was the better card to play there. It would be a little easier for me to capture stuff back. So let's see how it goes. My intended follow-up is something like 7513 and 3, you know, just setting out more weaknesses, or 2175 and 7. My cards aren't going to be that tri-directionally powerful. I think 7551 is going to be my best endgame card. Maybe 1573. And so I'm going to try to use the other cards in weak corners that give those generally an easy time capturing. And I think he should be looking to give me stuff that I'll have difficulty capturing. Like 6s. My hand is not amazing against 6s. My hand has a lot of 7s in it, but not many 6 synergies. Checking in on Deli Turds. Turds plays in 8. That's crazy. So the game has gone 3, 5, 1, 4, 8. That is very fancy. So, oh man, I don't even know what to think about that. That's just, I guess his point is Deli has to block 6. I know you're not looking at the game anymore, but this is next level stuff. That is a fascinating move. I'm very excited to look over that game after. If that's a good move, that's an incredible move. And if that's not a good move, that's still an incredible move. That's just not a square I look at. Just, I don't know if I may have just not actually said, but there's cards in 1, 3, 4, 5, and Turds went in 8, which is the last square I'd think to look. Maybe 6 is the last square I'd think to look, but that's because 6 is so innately stupid. Okay, 7551 plays really well in 4. I'd like to leave 4 open. I don't actually have any cards with the double capture in both 6 and 8, but probably unlikely to be left till the end. Probably. Not sure which card to use here. I think I'm going to play in 2. Yeah, I think I should play in 2. And do I use 1573 or 7513? Didn't know. I'm leaning 1573, and I'm having trouble articulating to myself why. So now I'm leaning the other way. And also having trouble articulating to myself why. Yeah, okay. Why am I not thinking 2175? It's because I have no recapture from 1. Which seems like a valid reason to be skeptical. Of course, the other moves I have no recapture from 3. I want it to be up-down, so I don't really want to play in 4. I don't think I have a good setup in 1. So I think 2 is the place to be. And a big question is, do I want to flip 5? And I feel like I don't. So I'm going to try this move. Oh, Deli won. The move in 8 didn't work. Well, exciting times. No idea what happened there. Apparently, Deli's move in 4 was just incredible. Okay. Great play by Deli. I just thought Turd says the combos everywhere. How can this be? I don't know, man. That'll be an interesting game to look at after. They play such complex games. They're very good players. I think I've been doing some kind of computer-based analysis of play, and I think one thing I haven't captured is just how complicated some good players' games are, and that entering those complications increases the risk for mistakes for both in ways that I just don't think my numbers are grabbing yet. Okay, Deli thought Turds should just play in 2. That was my instinct, but I always take the free square if it looks free. All right, that's gonna be an exciting game to check. Back to our game. One point of my move was that 2175 covers 6s down from 3. I think they are more likely to have 6s in their hand than 7s. Despite my hand having all the 7s, I shouldn't assume that 7s are common, but maybe I should, because I've been seeing a lot more 6s than 7s. But also, if I'm seeing a lot of 7s, that might be because I've hit decks from their end that have more 7s. Though I'm not sure that's the case, because 3 of my 7s are from my decks, 2 are from theirs. So there is some chance if you suddenly see a hand with a lot more 7s than usual, that like, aha, this is a set, you know, with more 7s and I should expect more. But that's probably not the case here, and that's probably not the best reasoning. I can also take a 5 down with 1573. I cannot take a 7 down, but I do intend to meet that just by going in 1 and daring them to have it if they go in 3. If they instead go in 1, I'm probably going in... It's pretty risky to go in 4 with 7551, so I'm probably going to go in 8. But maybe if they don't flip the card in 2, I'll go in 3. And I could potentially go in 3 anyway, because what matters is having combos on the card in 5. I don't need to actually flip the card in 2. So maybe I have a move in 3, though I don't really think so. Doesn't look like I have any setups there. So I think I'm not doing great here. I think this has been a poorly handled by me, or the cards have come out wrong closed first turn game. Man, that Deli Turds game. That sure was a game. Between Deli Turds and I believe we have now lost a grand total of 4 open games since the site's return in randoms. And 2 of them were Deli All vs. Turds, so only lost 2 games to outsiders. And those outsiders are Vialva and Akiyama, 2 very good players. Alright, chickeny thinking, hopefully not forgotten about the game. Did I spend too long on my move and left him forgetting that he was in a game? The games are coming. People are coming online. It looks like Wavy's online. So I'm definitely going to end the video after this, but maybe I'll get to immediately jump into some more games. Ah, there we go. Okay, so their point is they have the combo in 8. That's fine. So I think these moves are kind of tempting because like you have the setup and it works, right? Like the point is like I play 3 and you play 8 and you've locked in more cards. But I think there's a sort of hidden downside, which is you're still just so vulnerable to my last card that like even though you've locked in more cards, you have to evade a last turn combo in a way I think is kind of dangerous. So I think this is a good move type, but not incredible or anything. Of course, I lose on the spot if I play in 3. They have something in 8 with like a 5 out exactly. I go 2, 1, 7, 5 in 1. They happen to be able to take that with a 7 down, and not only do I lose like 7, 3. But I think this is a pretty specific and rare occurrence. A 6 out, and I'm crushing them. Yeah, I think I do want to start in 3. Don't want to give them that safe square. And I'm going to do it this way so that 2, 1, 7, 5, so that I've at least locked in the cards in 2 and 3. And I think this is good shape for me. I think I have nice cards for the endgame here. That's going to give Deli another point. And so Deli is going to be on +7 now. That might be hard to catch. I respect Wavy. He just got played Deli and really wanted to get open, and is sad it came up closed because he's someone who really wants to play the best in their best format. Not me. I just want to win. So whether they play 1 and 8, I'm going to play 2, 1, 7, 5 in the other one next turn. And hopefully 7, 5, 5, 1 is a good sweeper. And unless they happen to have very good numbers facing out. The thing is, like, they might easily have a card with a 5 or 7 to the left to go in 8. But is it also going to be the card that has the plus or same? And that's pretty unlikely. So I think this is a very good spot at the moment, but just very dependent on what numbers they happen to have, and they can't really, like, neither of us have control over this. If they have really good numbers facing out, I lose badly. If they happen not to have things covered, I can easily win or win big. Like, you know, if they have to take that with, like, a 2, 2, 6, 6, and 8, right? They lose. Or they're in so much trouble when I go and want after. Or actually, I could probably combo back immediately. I do combo back immediately, I think. Maybe I don't. Maybe I take the safe path. Probably take the safe path. But, you know, like, if they have 6s facing out, they're screwed. If they have 5s or 7s facing out, they're in great shape. If they have a 4 or less facing out, it's somewhat balanced. And that's, you know, that's the horrors of closed. Of course, also comes up in open because you start calculating lines and all the numbers just happen to line up badly against theirs. And you have more room to adjust around it rather than just playing the odds. But of course, you can get just completely screwed by how the numbers happen to come in randoms. And I think in full information games, people often say those games have no luck. Obviously, random puts in a form of luck, but I think even in hand games, there's luck in how things happen to match up, and stuff that is far enough out of calculation range, you're just neither of you are going to see it when it is actually set up, and by the time you get to the deciding decision, it's already been decided. And so I think perfect information games have a fair bit of luck. In other news, Deli has first turn against Wavy and closed, so likely to get a good result for him there. Probably the estimation should now be he's going to be at +8 or so. So I would really, really be kind if Chickeny could give me a big win here. That would be much appreciated. So if they go 1, maybe I can't really actually go 8. Because if they go 1, they're probably setting up 2. But I guess if they go 1, they're presumably flipping 2. So they're not setting up a combo in 4 that can flip. 5 flips 2, flips 3, flips 6, and I lose. Alright. They didn't play a combo there. Interesting. Well, I think 2175 in 1 has to be the move. And it's pretty tough for them. If they try to take the safer path in 7, they need exactly a 7 going up to tie. If they don't have the combo in 4, it's very hard for them to play there, and they need exactly a 7 down. So I think this is pretty likely to win. Delhi has gone with a strong corner starter against Wavy. I do not believe in strong corner starters on this rule set. That's interesting. Obviously, whether or not I believe in something does not determine whether or not it's good. And as I've said many times, I think I am a good closed player, but I am certainly not a closed specialist. Delhi, of course, is also not a closed specialist, but is, I think, a better closed player than I am. I think Turds won, but I think Delhi tied him for fewest losses with 5 losses over 30 closed games, and I thought that was just so impressive from both of them. I think I lost 9 games and somehow snuck second because I had some big wins, but I think there were lots of players who performed better than me in that GB. Alright, so we do get the closed win. First turn, best turn, What can you do? Not sure Chickeny could have played that any better. First turn is just going to win, about half the games. And it happened to line up well for me. So that moves to +4, and I'll see you in the next video.